It's about being a business that's serious about serving the community well. We're involved in the community in a lot of different ways. We're involved in supporting students and programs, not only in Liberty High School and Liberty North High School. We know we wouldn't be here without the support of the community, and giving back to the community is extremely important to us.
At Zaxby's, our salads are anything but boring. Because we make them to order just the way you love them. And we know that bigger is absolutely better. So expect the unexpected and come enjoy salads the way flavor intended. Try one of our signature salads today. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's.
There it is. Here's our home.
This is crazy! The best moments in life. The joyous ones. The unforgettable ones.
I got the forgettable one.
The downright exhausting ones. Always seem to come with the biggest financial challenges. Let us help with those challenges so you can focus on the good stuff.
Have a taste for chicken? Head to Zaxby's, because our food is made to crave. We hand bread our chicken fingers every day, chop our produce fresh daily, and sauce and toss it to perfection. So whether you choose the chicken sandwich meal, Big Zax snack meal, grilled chicken sandwich meal, chicken finger sandwich meal, or the boneless wings meal, it's flavor you'll keep coming back for. Try our 5 delicious fan favorite meals, complete with crinkle fries and a 22-ounce drink for just $5.99 each. Zaxby's, friends, family, flavor.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Crowley Family Activity Complex at Liberty North High School for tonight's game between the Belton Pirates and your Liberty North Eagles. Hey folks, let's take a moment to recognize the Eagle Club sponsors, shall we? Gary Crowley Ford family is a longtime supporter of the Liberty School District. Please visit Gary Crossley Ford, offering superior sales and service on Ford cars, trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. Gary Crossley Ford, your hometown Ford dealer in Liberty for over 35 years. After the lights, we treat the bumps and bruises that are part of the game. Liberty Hospital physicians and orthopedic specialists are available from 8 to 11 p.m. to evaluate your
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Zaxby's Field here at the Gary Crossley Family Activity Complex as we get set to see the Belton Pirates take on the Liberty North Eagles in tonight's varsity soccer game for tonight's game of the week. I'm Brent O'Leary.
I'm Allie Higgs. We're looking forward to watching this matchup tonight. It should be a great game.
That's right, and first let's talk about the Liberty North Eagles.
They have a record of 8-6. They started off the season strong, but lately have been struggling, so let's see how they play out tonight in today's
And as for the
game.
Pirates, they've also had a bit of a struggle this season.
Yeah.
They're 4-6-1, so they have a huge win on their minds tonight.
Yeah, this will definitely be an interesting game to watch. Brent and I are both really excited to see how it plays out going into the first half.
Let's check it out. All right, we are closing in on just under a minute before game time here. While we have the time, we're going to talk about some of our sponsors. Let's start with Niles Media. Tonight's game is produced in association with Niles Media Group. Niles Media specializes in media content creation, sports TV production, sales, marketing, and distribution, all in an effort to enhance the content creation here in the Northland. Liberty Public School Districts, as a partnership with Niles Media Groups, makes games the one like your one you're watching today, and prepares students for their partners and excellence in sports production. Niles Media Group, excellence today, innovation tomorrow, exceptional service always.
For sure. Thank you to Niles Media. It looks like we're about to start the game here. The refs are walking to the center.
Now, most of the time, Hallie, there's going to be one ref that just screws up, okay? Which one is it? Do we got lefty, middle, or righty?
I'm going to go with righty.
Righty, he looks like the guy.
0,
He's in glove too.
Number 2, Heath George. Number 3, Matthew Constable. Number 4, G. Powell. Number 5, Scott Gladowski. Number 8, Israel Luna.
All right, we're going to take a moment here and we're going to listen to the starting lineups.
Luis Velasquez. Number 10, Angel Rocha. Number 15, Danny Lopez. Number 16, Ethan Stoffer. And number 17, Kyle Gelacto. The Pirates head coach is Jared Smith. And now, the starting lineup for your Liberty North Eagles. Number 2, Cameron Davis. Number 5, Austin Jones. Number 9, Brenner Maloney. Number 10, Odin. Number 11, Dylan. Number 12, number 16, Gabe Lentz. Number 20, Levi Anderson. Number 21, Dustin Knudsen. Number 22, Damian Theoretius. And number 27, Noah Jackson. And coach from the Eagles, Art Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise, remove your caps, and place your hand over your heart. And folks, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties, so if you don't mind, if anybody's ready to sing along, here we go, everybody. Oh, say, can you see? Gentlemen, give yourself a hand. Thank you for your help on that.
Yeah, Maxwell.
Go America.
All right, as we're getting set here to do that wonderful national anthem performance by the crowd here.
Yeah, for sure.
We're a capacity crowd here at the Gary Crossley Activity Complex here at
That
Zaxby's
is
Field.
not a true statement.
It's not true, but it's capacity in our hearts.
For sure,
We're
for
here, and we're very, 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 very excited to be calling this game for you. Ted Maxwell is the PA announcer today. You might be hearing him as well. Very funny guy, loves sports, loves the Eagles, as do we, as we get set here to start the game. And for the Eagles, we're going to be talking about a couple of players to watch here. And first for the Eagles, Cameron Davis. Davis is a dominating force here in the middle, and he's able to switch the ball with ease and connect passes to start attacking plays for the front line, achieving his own record of 10 assists and 2 goals on the year.
For sure. He settles the ball with such ease and is able to take any ball that's out of the air or a choppy pass on the ground. He just settles it right at his foot, and it truly is something to watch. Another player is Dylan Posada. Dylan is a power player because of his speed and his aggression. He's able to beat other teams and defenders and put the ball back in the back of the net, bringing his record to 15 goals and 6 assists this year.
And the Eagles start off with the ball. It starts with Brennan Maloney and Cameron Davis playing patty cake with the soccer ball before they decide to move it across the defense.
Christian Parada passes it to Levi Anderson.
And he just gets eaten up as number 9 says, no, sir. Eagles back on the attack now. Good move there. I would have passed it. Yeah, there you go. Kind of tricked his own teammate there. Good footwork, but it eats him. See, Eagles back in control. They're going to pass to the goalie here. That would have been really awkward if it went right through his feet.
Noah Jackson decides to play it up the field to Dylan Posada, who settles it down.
Dylan Posada, definitely our player to watch here. Certainly going to lead this team to hopefully a W here tonight. Out of bounds, but it's going to be Eagles throw-in.
Levi Anderson appears to be throwing the ball in as soon as he can get one.
As you see, Parman Badisha there, a wonderful member of our broadcasting team, peeked his head there in the corner. We'll make sure that doesn't happen again. You see Dylan Posada messing with the ball, but no good. Good defense there by number 12, Christian Parada. Good pressure there, and just out of the reach of the goal. Good attempt there by the Eagles. Way to stick with the ball. Goal kick is back in control of the Eagles already as Austin loses control there. A little too much of a kick by the forward. They're going to just kick it back to the goalie here.
Noah Jackson clears it down the field. Jackson Bonison takes it out of the air but is not able to settle it.
Jackson, along with a lot of the members on this team, have a lot of energy. So it's really fun to watch this team play as they have a lot of team chemistry and they kind of feed off of each other's energy.
For sure. And they're all very close friends, so I think that definitely helps with being able to kind of connect with each other and kind of move around the field and kind of like have a sense of what everyone's going to be doing, where everyone's at.
In fact, Dylan Posada was actually in a kind of a car accident a couple of days ago, and it's kind of cool to see how the team kind of rallied together to make sure that he was okay.
For sure.
And it's really nice to see him out on the court here.
For sure. And thankfully, the other car that was involved, the driver from there was also okay. So.
Who knows? Maybe they were a Belton Pirate. Probably not, though. Eagles taking control here, trying to slow it down. Hoping to catch the Belton Pirates on their feet.
Ball's crossed over to Levi Anderson.
Posada looked like he was calling for the ball, but Levi said, no, sir.
Pass it to Cameron Davis instead, who decides to play it across the field. Austin Jones with the ball now, carrying it down and plays it
cross
through.
It to Posada. Opening shot on goal. No good. Good stop by the goalie.
It's going to be a corner for the Eagles.
That's goalie Michael Wright.
And one of our key players, Cameron Davis, is going to be able to take the corner for the Eagles. He's really got just a great foot, knows exactly where to get the ball, place it right in the box.
And as a goalie, I assume it would be kind of a stressful situation for corner kicks, and Hal, you being the goalie for the girls team, what's the pressure like on goal kicks? Or I mean on corner kicks?
Well, it's kind of the goalie is in charge of getting their defenders and midfielders and anyone who's in the back kind of on a player and staying on them, because a lot of teams like to have the players run in. As we are seeing here, they kind of start at the top and then run in. So really the object is just to clear it and then just stay on your toes, ready for, because the shot could pop out of anywhere.
See, good defense there by the Pirates as they prevent the Eagles from scoring.
For sure.
It'll be a goal kick by Michael Wright. So you mentioned earlier in the open, the Pirates have had a kind of a struggling start. They've had some momentum, but they just can't seem to get anything going. Only having 4 wins so far this season and a tie and 6 losses. So they're not going to back down here tonight, and they're a very formidable opponent for the Eagles, as you see there. As a Pirate has a shot on goal, and kind of a stupid shot, if you ask me.
It was a good shot. It seemed like he bent a little bit too far back, kind of, instead of leaning over the ball, he seemed to lean his back with it, so it sent the ball a little bit too high. And
Noah Jackson's going to have to run a country mile just to go get the ball.
For sure.
There he is. He's okay, ladies and gentlemen. He's here, and he's going to kick the ball. And it's going to go all the way across the 100-yard field, into the end zone, into the goal of the other team.
That would be incredible.
I don't see that happening. He's going to try to find an open Eagles teammate here.
Sure. Kicks it down to about the 40-yard line where it is intercepted by a Pirate.
Eagles going to try to take control as Justin Knutson lets the ball roll to Noah.
Clears it out. Dylan Posada settling it great out of the air. Passes it back to Cameron, who passes it up the field and on the left side.
Jackson Bonison trying his best to get there, but it's no cigar.
We are short 1 ball boy and or ball girl, and we'll provide you with the...
Never mind, that was Brenner Maloney. Jackson Bonison is now on the right side. He switched on us. That's not cool.
Not sure, he's usually on the left. Dylan with a winning header, but the goalie comes out to save it. That's Michael Wright, who's going to throw the ball. Appears. Oh, nope. Changes mind.
Definitely had the most attention out of both goalies so far in this game. So the Eagles
For sure.
doing a good job of keeping it on their side of the field.
It's a nice kick about to the 48-yard line. Pirates able to keep it. North defender passing it back to Noah Jackson, who plays it back. Oh, but it's not a good kick. And that will lead to the Pirates scoring a goal, making the score of the game here 1-0 for the Pirates.
As we said, the Pirates looking for a big win here tonight, so they have definitely come out attacking. They showed some good defense there. Michael Wright had some good stops, keeping the Eagles from scoring, and they had that one break just now and got their goal.
For sure. It seemed like Noah Jackson just didn't get the settle that he wanted on that, and then it forced him to awkwardly kind of try and kick it back to his defender, but he didn't get his foot on it enough, kind of just sent it halfway rolling and was not able to stop the shot. Eagles are now probably hungry to catch up, knowing that they have the potential.
And that is one of the only silver linings here for the Eagles, as we're only about 8 minutes into this game, and they've just now scored, so they have a lot of time to catch up.
For sure.
Eagles right back on the attack. They spent a lot of time down on this end, but they can't seem to capitalize yet.
There's Jackson Bonison, I believe.
Kind of throws his defender off. Good move there.
Can pass it back to Cameron Davis. Cameron's able to keep the ball for a moment there, but eventually loses it. Christian Parada running on the ball, passes it back to Noah, who kicks it up to about the 40-yard line on the other side. Up to Austin Jones, who plays it in the middle to Posada, who plays it back to him, but it's a little bit too far, and it's going to go out for a goal kick for Michael Wright.
And while we have the moment here, we're going to want to thank one of our sponsors, Crowley Furniture. Crowley Furniture is a proud supporter of today's North Nation Sports Network broadcast. When we appreciate your support, and you visit their showroom in Liberty right now, Crowley Furniture.
So close. Another shot goal by Dylan Posada.
Another goal kick here. So Eagles definitely getting off some shots on goal here, but definitely not to the quality and precision as the one goal that they've scored.
They're just not seeming to be able to put it in the back of the net.
That's generally how goals would happen here in soccer.
That
The ball
is.
crosses the plane of the goal into the netted
The plane,
area.
I believe it's a line that it has to completely cross. Goal kick by Michael Wright is kicked out to number 5, Scott.
Brenner Maloney on the
Wow.
attack gets the ball and kicks it out of bounds. That's Scott Gladowski. The throw in by Scott is thrown definitely into a flock of Eagles,
Oh,
but
it's
it
gonna
breaks
come out.
free, and a good attack there by the goalie here for the Eagles.
I'm sure Jackson coming out to scoop the ball up before the Pirate forward was able to strike it at him.
And Hallie, I just have to ask you, what are moments like that in a soccer game? Like, what does that feel like when you're charging the ball and you're going to have to dive in and catch it, and you know that they could, like, kick you in the face at any second?
Well, if you are able to do it right, you just got to kind of, I mean, it does happen, and it has happened to me as well, but you just kind of, like, it's a position that at least I love to play, and it's really exhilarating. And if you wait back too long, it just allows them to get closer. But whenever you're coming out, the goal gets smaller because you're coming out, so it's blocking more of the goal, and you just gotta take it.
So momentum has surely shifted to the Pirates. Eagles had all the momentum starting the game as JV won the previous game, and the Eagles started off with the ball. Jack and Bodinson says, "Give me the ball, I'll play with it for a second," and then passes it off to his defender.
Levi Anderson attempting to pass it to Austin Jones, but the Pirates defender takes it.
Cameron Davis interrupts their idea of offense and passes it back to his defender. He's going to pass it off to Dustin Knutson, who's going to reset.
Pass it back to him to Christian Parada, who's looking. Is going to send a big ball up to Dylan Posada, who's able to settle it. He's dribbling with it. Tries to kind of play it towards him in the middle, but is blocked and
Kicked out of bounds.
Yep. Levi Anderson walking up to throw the ball in for the Eagles.
He looks confused. Dylan, you're at a soccer game. Throw the ball in. Never mind, he's talking to the ref. They're going to want a new ball. There's something wrong with the ball that they're using right now. Austin Jones looked tired. He just bent over. But he's back up now, so I think he's replenished himself. All right.
Big throw, but is unfortunately for the Eagles headed away.
Good footwork by Cameron Davis, but no good.
Oh,
But Jackson
there's
Bodison gets the ball.
Ooh.
And he's going to flop. Tried to get the foul call, but he didn't get it. That's right, Jackson. Don't flop. Unless you mean it.
Pirates having an attacking play that is not a great ball, as the Eagles defender will easily get to it and able to kick it out of bounds to stop the Pirates attack. Number 7 throwing it in, that's Ike Eyring. Christian Parada again winning the ball, passing up to Dylan Posada, who plays it to Cameron Davis, who attempts to plays it back up, but is fortunately blocked for the Eagles, or for the Pirates. My bad. Number 4 plays it back to his defender. Plays it out wide. Big ball attempted there, but comfortable save for Noah Jackson.
Now, I was wondering if there's a certain strategy to what kind of players you want to pass to on those stops when you punt it out or kick it out to your teammates.
Ideally, it really depends. It depends what kind of play you're looking for, what's the game like, what's the score, who you're playing. Depends on a lot of who you're playing. If you're playing a team who is really good at taking the ball out of the air, I like to try and play it back to my defenders and then just work it up from there. If I'm going to kick it, I try and look for somebody who's open or an area that looks open. But sometimes you just try and kick it as far and then just let the midfield and forwards go to it.
And it would seem that Noah Jackson should start going off your idea and playing it to his defenders, because every time he's punted it, it has been immediately intercepted by a Pirate.
Yeah, you kind of got to read those situations. You got to take notes on maybe what your players aren't doing too well that game and then kind of adjust accordingly to that.
Noah Jackson set for another goal kick here. So let's see if he takes your advice. I'm sure he can hear you.
For sure.
Is there a secret goalie club that nobody knows about that just the goalies here at Liberty North know about?
I'm going to have to keep that confidential, Brent.
I'll take that as a yes. All right. Pirates back on the attack. Really relentless here after scoring that goal.
Intercepted by a Eagles defender, but
That's
it was
Dustin
one back.
Knutson.
Another defender kicks it up. Cameron Davis coming to try to defend number 8 on the Pirates. And now number 2, Jackson Bonison comes up to try and get at it, but they pass it away quickly. Levi Anderson now guarding number 2, Heath George. Pass back to number 9, Lewis.
You can see Belton's kind of playing with a certain swagger about them right now. You really wouldn't know going into this that they had a below 500 record. Right now they're playing like they're 20-0. And the Eagles are the ones looking like they're struggling.
Yep. Levi Anderson takes a throw, throws it up to Austin Jones, who blocks it. Kind of the other team seemed to jump up on him. Kind of seemed like he motioned towards his neck that it was hurt, but the other team actually gets the call as it appears that Jones kind of sticked his butt out, kind of knocked him out of the air.
That's number 9 on the Pirates, Luis Velasquez. I'm watching you, Velasquez. That was cheap.
Cheeky, cheeky.
The ball was never even near him, and he just went to the ground and got the call. That appears to be righty. We called it be the middle. That would be causing us trouble here with the refs. And as Michael Wright stops it and going to be another goalie kick here, we'd like to talk to you about one of our other sponsors, Hawthorn Bank. We'd like to thank tonight's sponsor, Hawthorn Bank. Hawthorn Bank has been serving the Liberty and Northland area for over 150 years, and they specialize in personal finances, small business loans, corporate banking, and overall providing great banking service to their 24 locations in over 15 Missouri communities. Hawthorn Bank is a proud sponsor of North Nation Sports Network and the Liberty Public School District. Hawthorn Bank with you every step, just like we will be with you every step in this game as it progresses. Right now, it is the Belton High School Pirates with the 1-0 edge on your Liberty North High School Eagles.
Cameron Davis takes a free kick and is easily blocked with a header from the Pirates defender. Pirates now looking to take it forward, but is stopped by Cameron Davison. Oh, he's got a good cutback. Passes it up to Dylan Posada. Michael Wright with the ball, who's going to kick it out. Pirates have a nice settle out of the air. It's number 4, Gene Powell.
A little fumble there by the Pirates, but a quick recovery. They're going to send it back to the goalie, Michael Wright.
Wright kicks it at the 50-yard line, whatever it is.
And it meets
Stopped.
Dustin Knutson's left shin guard.
Great stop there. Number 12, Christian Smoothers, who was starting this play for the Pirates.
And it looks like the Eagles are going to have a sub here. Number 3, Cole Hadley is going to be entering the game here in a moment. Along with number 13, Thomas Mitchum. That's a forward. Thomas Mitchum is going to be playing forward. And be a midfielder, Cole Hadley. So switch there and a defender and a midfielder, so that should be interesting here. Maybe get some fresh legs in there.
For sure. Pirates seem to be doing a well job during this game of just kind of not really forcing the ball forward, just kind of passing it around, trying to wait for their opportunity to come without forcing it kind of down the back of the goal.
Bernie Maloney just took one off the face a moment ago. I praise that man. I took one off the face once.
Shot by them, comfortably saved by Noah Jackson.
I took one off the face once, Allie.
How was that, Brent?
Awful.
I would have to agree. You know, I've been kicked in the head about 3 times while being a goalie.
Were you concussed on any of those occasions?
I was once. The other two I didn't really check.
Did you leave the game the one you were concussed?
I did. Well, I had to.
Did you, what was the concussion protocol like?
Mine was pretty minor. I got knocked out for a little bit, and then just kind of laid there for a little bit till I realized that I was very confused for a second, and then realized, hey, I just got kicked. So the trainers, nice save by Michael right there, but the trainers just kind of walked me off, asked me a bunch of questions like, who am I, what's my name, my address, all that sorts of stuff. Any headache?
Did they ask for the last 4 of your social? Because if they did, I hope you didn't tell them.
They did not.
Good.
Yes, and I would not have told them. Although I do trust the trainers. Big shout out to Snow and Jared. But we got
Jackson Bodison now trying to make a push for the goal.
Passes it back. Pirates now making the play, but it is stopped by Levi Anderson. Passed back to Christian Parada. Nice foot skills by him. Passes it to Cameron Davis, who passes it back to Dustin. Big cross by Dustin over to Brenner Maloney, who plays it kind of risky ball there as Noah Jackson has to settle it before. Handled pretty well under circumstances. Foul called there.
Do you think it would have been easier for Noah Jackson there to pick up the ball instead of trying to settle it and kick it?
Well, you can't.
Like he cannot?
He cannot. Did you not know that?
No. What happened? Why can't he touch it?
Well, when your own team passes it back to you, you can't pick it up. You gotta settle it with your feet.
Really? And then you can pick it up?
No, you're not allowed to pick it up if your own team passes it back to you.
Interesting.
Yes. Jackson Bonison wins that.
You try to set up? Tries to be a good teammate, but it failed. He had an open shot on goal. I would have just taken the shot. Michael Wright says, screw this ball, and throws it on the dirt, even though it's grass. Just kidding. It's fake grass. It's turf. We have a beautiful new stadium here. This is really the first full year that it's been open, and it's been a success, I'd say. Both Liberty and Liberty North have great facilities out here now, and it's really nice to see all the games.
Yeah, of course. I think it's great that I get to play on this for my senior year. And Noah Jackson comes out with a good save, as it was getting kind of close to him, so that was a good call by him, I would say.
That was our old pal Velasquez that took the kind of a puny shot on the goal there. I wonder if his legs are still hurting from that flop he had earlier.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Brenner Maloney over there fighting for the ball on the far side. Cameron Davison attempting to stab at it and wins. Plays it over to Dylan Posada, who plays it to Austin Jones, but it is not quite in front of him. He's not able to get to it. The Pirates will take it as they attempt to attack, and Austin defends it well. Ooh, with a nutmeg there. Nice. Unfortunately stopped, but that was a great work of foot skills by Austin Jones. And he wins it back. Austin Jones is doing great.
He's on fire, that's for sure. And call that. He did. Oh, get up. You're fine.
Foul on the Pirates, I believe.
Gabe Lentz, good job getting back up there, fella. So the Eagles will have possession here on the wrong side of the Pirates' 50-yard line.
Looks like it's going to be Levi. No, maybe. Christian Parada instead of typically Cameron Davis playing the ball. That's a good ball, I would say. Dylan Posada, unfortunately, not able to settle it for the Eagles, and Pirates will take the ball. Another attempt at a big ball by the Pirates, but unfortunately is not good enough, and just Dustin Knudsen will safely kick it out there, allowing the Eagles to reset as Pirates throw-in is about to happen.
And those subs come in now that we mentioned earlier.
Jackson Bonison coming off for the Eagles, as well as
number 16, Gabe Lentz.
Check it in.
And on Pirate side, number 5, Scott Glowski, and number 15, I believe, yes. And that's going to be Danny Lopez.
It seems right now the Eagles are having trouble separating themselves from the Pirates, so they're not having any good opportunities to have open passes and good shots on goal.
Seem to be getting unlucky, and the Pirates attempt to cross it there, but nobody's there, unfortunately for them, and Levi Anderson will kick it up to Austin Jones.
Wolf, Austin. He's coming. Good defense right there by the Pirates. But Austin Jones still on the attack.
Cole Hadley attempting to win the ball back. Plays it back up to Austin. Kicks it back to Levi. Plays it up to Thomas. And is kicked out by the Pirates.
Thomas Mincham wants the ball. He's saying it's Eagles' ball, and the Eagles are saying, I agree.
Pirates seem a little bit upset by that call, but I'm sure the Eagles could not possibly care less. Big throw by Levi, and it's headed straight back out again by the Pirates.
Hey, let's give it up for the ball boy, the Peach fan, Derek Thomas.
Well, Eagles are appearing to sub again as
Dustin
number
Knudsen
17 goes
Sean
in.
McCarthy enters the game for Dustin Knudsen.
Dustin Knudsen having played well in my eyes during that. Getting a little bit of break as Sean McCarthy goes in for him. Levi with the ball now. Passes it back to Parada. Passes it over to McCarthy. Plays it back to Anderson. Jones with a good ball on the Pirates. Attempt to call it out, but I didn't even think it was out all the way from up here. The ball has to fully cross the line, a whole rotation to be out.
Austin Jones does a good job of keeping it inside, but it's going to be ending up in the possession of a Pirate, but kind of a pathetic looking kick, and it's back in the position of the Eagles.
Oh, there's Dylan. Oh, called offsides. It's gonna be a offsides call for the Eagles, and Pirates are gonna gladly take that.
Offsides, definitely not what you want here in this situation. You want to score, but you can't be at offsides. Otherwise, the goal doesn't count. It'll be called offsides.
That is how it would work, yes, Brent.
Kind of a bad pass there, sends number 20 kind of out of his position there just to try to keep the ball in play.
Cameron Davison sticking with the ball, passing it back to Sean. Sean passes it over to Anderson. Eagles doing a good job of not forcing the ball, just kind of just passing around. See, passes like that are risky in my eyes because that seems to be stopping a lot of the Eagles' attacks, are just trying to force it instead of just building it up from the back. It's going to be out there on the Eagles. Pirates are going to have their own throw-in. That's going to be number 7, Ike Irving. Christian Barada saving it. Headed away by a Pirate. Nice pass. Oh, just over Cole Hadley's head right there. That was a good stop by McCarthy with his head. And number 4 taking it down. That's going to be Gene Powell. Plays it over to number 12. That's Christian Smothers. He was able to force them backwards and not able to take it a shot off. Pirates kind of seemingly dribbled it right out of bounds there. Kind of taking a little bit too far.
I don't know what he was thinking. That was just, honestly, probably not what he wanted to do with that. He probably wanted to go all the way down to the goal and score across the plane to hit the net to give them a 2-0 lead. But he didn't. He dribbled it right out of bounds.
He dribbled it straight out there. And that's going to be a foul on the Eagles. Kind of a direct push there by Cole Hadley as it's going to set up for a Pirates free kick.
Got a good shot there of the referee telling him what was up. He said, hey, can't do that. Pirates ball. It's number 16, Ethan Stauffer with the kick. And it was a good one, but not good enough. As Noah Jackson has the good catch there.
Noah Jackson.
It's a nice kick, but fortunately the Eagles forward's not getting to it. It's going to be Brenner Maloney trying to make the best out of that situation, but is unfortunately able to.
Kind of pushed off the ball there by Gene Powell of the Pirates. kind of opened up a space there, but his teammate couldn't capitalize on the opportunity.
Course number 4, Gene Powell is again. Pirates doing well with passing the ball around, but it is ruined by Brenner. Thomas attempting to put some pressure on the Pirates defender, but doing it no good. That's a foul called on the Eagles. Not really sure what that was. Couldn't see it from up here, but I'm sure the Pirates are very pleased with that call.
And apparently the ghost of Christmas past to kick this ball in, but I think they'll be sitting there for a while. I don't think he comes out till December. Okay, never mind. There's number 16 there kicking it in for the Pirates. It was a bad kick as it's immediately interrupted there by an Eagle, as the Eagles are going to try to make an effort on a push downfield, but it's foiled by number 17, Kyle Galetko of the Pirates. Good stop there.
Oh, Jackson's going to safely pick it up, kind of bouncing around a little bit, and before he's going to kick it. I don't think that's what he wanted, as it goes kind of straight up. Not a lot of distance on that one. He looked pretty displeased with that one, but all the same, it was not settled down by the Eagles. Christian Barada getting a good steal, and was unfortunately not able to keep it. Levi Anderson comes up to take it back. Austin Jones loses it. Christian Barada gonna play it back. Oh, never mind. He fakes out even me and plays it up to Dylan Posada, who is unable to settle it. Eagles not appearing to have their best game.
That's right. The momentum has clearly been with the Pirates ever since that first goal. We spoke that the Pirates wanted this important win tonight, and they're certainly headed in the right direction right now.
Going to be a free kick for the Eagles. Cameron Darrison will take it, who is a lefty. Just a fun fact for you there. Thomas is going to try and keep the momentum going, but is unable to. Number 4, there's Gene Powell again with the ball. Passes back to number 10. Hadley plays it back. It's a good stop by the Pirates, but takes it out of bounds on an Eagles throw-in. Eagles try to have the fast approach, but subs are coming in as Jackson Boatin comes back in for the Eagles, and Scott Glaudsky comes back in for the Pirates, taking number 4 and appears out, which is Gene Powell.
And it looks as if Brenner Maloney is exiting the game for the first time as well. Brenner's been playing really good tonight.
He has. There's a lot of strong plays that are helping the Eagles, but unfortunately they're not able to capitalize on it so far.
Number 9, Brenner Maloney.
What do you think is going through the head of Liberty North head coach Art Smith right now?
Well, considering the only goal that's been scored by the Pirates was kind of a mishap by the Eagles, kind of a very easy shot, as the only real person that stood between the player and the goal was Noah, who was trying to back up and recap for his mistake that he just made. So I'm sure he's thinking that they could definitely have the potential, seeing as the Pirates have not been able to score an actual goal coming up from the defenders, able to stopping them all. But I'm sure he's frustrated with the Eagles' lack of getting one in the net for themselves.
And what kind of impact can that have on the mindset of Noah Jackson?
Well, really, whenever you mess up like that, whenever it kind of costs the goal, because you're the last one, you're the one everyone looks at whenever there's a goal. So it really is kind of just gets in your head. But you got to have a good, strong mental ability, mental toughness to just kind of put it behind you and just play in the present of the game and not try and dwell on it, because that can definitely affect your game mode. It's going to be a foul on the Eagles. I believe that was another push by number 22, Damien.
Closing in on 8 minutes left in this half, and honestly, I'm shocked. The momentum has clearly been 90% with the Pirates in this entire half. As you see, a kick right there for the Pirates is interrupted there by number 12 for the Eagles, Christian Parada.
Sure, Eagles defenders have been doing a lot this game. The midfield not being able to transfer it to the forwards, and the forwards not being able to keep it for a lot of it. But let's see if the Eagles can kind of clean it up a little bit before we head into half.
And that'll be a great thing for the Pirates as the defenders get more tired, and by the end of the game, hopefully have more pushes on goal, as the Eagles have the first threat in a while, and it's foiled by the Pirate defender.
It is going to be Eagles ball, though, and Levi Anderson comes jogging on the field in order to take the throw-in. I'm sure the Eagles are eager to try and get an equalizer before halftime, but we're going to see if that's able to happen for them. Austin Jones trying to get a nice cross in, but is not able to do so. Kind of halfway past it to Dylan, but is not able to get it. It's back at Austin's foot. Dylan Saw tries to take it down and passes it up, and it is goal for the Eagles, scored by number 2, Cameron Davis.
Great job for the Liberty North Eagles. Great moments are born from great opportunity, and that's what we had there just now. Great opportunity for the Eagles and the capitalize.
Cameron Davis, the equalizer.
I guess that answers the question of whether the Eagles are going to be able to get the equalizer or not, as they get it just a moment after.
And when you're a part of a team, you stand with your teammates. Your loyalty is to them. You protect them through good and bad because they do the same for you. And the defenders have been sticking with this team. They have not given up since the bell rang to start this game. And that kept the offense in this game. And just like that, we are back square, 0-0, essentially. But except now it's 1-1.
For sure, for sure. You got to be able to keep a good mindset. If you keep either getting down on your players, that kind of just sets a negative environment for the whole team, which really isn't good for anybody.
All we have a second here is that'll most likely go out of bounds, and it does. It's going to be the Eagles.
Nope, that's Pirates.
Pirates ball, and as we have the replay here, as you hear the cross from Parada, boom, in there from Dylan. He had the goal there.
I thought Cameron did.
It was Cameron. I'm just dumb.
Amazing. That's what we like to hear. Pirates looking to have a good play as their attacker slides to keep it in.
That's Matthew Costable. That was a lot of effort, Hallie. I don't know if it was worth it.
Apparently it wasn't, as they didn't even get the cross in. It was easily taken by the Eagles defender.
He gets kind of pushed down. A good call there. Oh, get up.
So you say it's a good call and then you yell at them to get up. I'm a little bit confused by that one.
He pushed him. The Pirates guy pushed the Eagles guy, and the Pirates guy was laying on the floor. I don't appreciate that, Hallie.
I don't appreciate that either. I didn't see that one. I was looking at the ref trying to see what was going on. Pirates are going to have a run here, and plays it up to their right attacker, who plays it back to the middle, number 10. The Eagles stopping nicely, though. Defenders are on their A game right now.
And we were talking a little bit earlier about kind of the pressure on the goalie and how big of a pick-me-up is it when your defense is playing as well as the Eagles right now?
It's a great thing to feel, and it takes sense of pride because the goalie kind of has to direct the defenders, and it's really nice whenever they're able to execute it, and it's just a great feeling of kind of comfort and security whenever they're having a good game.
Dylan Posada kind of pushes through the defense there, but it's going to have to cross it to keep it in bounds, and it's interrupted by the defense.
Austin Jones goes in to take it. The Pirate kind of clamps over the ball on the ground there and just unable to get it to Austin Jones, and he tries to attack it again. Unlucky and is not able to. Number 5, Scott Galowski is going to take it up the field for the Pirates. Pass it over to number 10, Angel Rocca. He's going to take it in, and that appeared to be a handball from bouncing up, but ref is not going to call it.
Generally in soccer, you are not allowed. Generally here in soccer, you're not allowed to touch the ball with your hands. That is often what you call a handball, and it is a penalty.
Would be, but we had no call there.
Interesting. Here we go. 4:20 left in the game. I'm just kidding, in the half.
For the Eagles, number 21, Dustin Knudsen.
Dustin Knudsen back in the game. Thanks, Maxwell, for the notification.
Jones.
Going to be a corner kick here. It appears to be number 12. Christian Smothers is going to be kicking it in for the Pirates. Looks as he's of a left foot, so he's a wrong-hander. That's interesting. Okay.
Oh, that's a good hit. Oh, and it's going to...
Stopping 2 good blocks by the Eagles. Good job. That was number
great.
22 for the Eagles. That was Damian Theohardis. Buddy, I'm sorry I messed up your name, but that was a great stop, and it bounced off of him straight into Noah Jackson, and then straight back to him, and then Noah Jackson finally able to gather himself and pick up the ball and punt it downfield, and the Eagles are attacking.
I'm not really sure what Dylan was doing there. He kind of just watched it as it kind of just went over his head and didn't even attempt to run with it. That was kind of a bad call in my book, but the Pirates kick it out, so it's going to be Eagles throwing. And we're going to have some subs coming in. It's number 9, Brendan Maloney for the Eagles, and number 4, Gene Powell coming back in. We're going to have Thomas coming out for the Eagles, and number 12 of Christian Smothers coming out for the Pirates. It's a good throw by Levi. Unfortunately, nobody's able to settle it. Pirates contain the ball nicely. That's a good ball as the Pirates are making a good run, but it's called offside. That's good defending, holding the line up there for the Eagles, and it's going to be a good relief for Noah Jackson as he appeared to be getting ready for the shot. Nice kick for the Eagles. Stopped by a Pirate, but immediately kicked back by another Eagle. There's Dylan Posada taking it up, pulls it back to try and contain, trying to see what he's got for his option. Passes it over to Cameron Davis. Cameron passes it back to Dylan. Dylan tries to play it up to the left. The Pirates are looking for offsides, and they get it as the ref raises his flag.
How dare he?
I agree. We got just under 2 minutes left in this game.
A minute 45 left in this first half, as what was mostly dominated by the Pirates, let's be honest. So the Eagles just made a push here in the last few minutes here to tie up the game, and now it's kind of even right now.
I would agree. The Eagles are coming back nicely, and they're kind of coming with more pressure. I think getting an equalizer really does kind of kick up morale with the whole team. Everybody kind of gets more hungry for a win. Pirates passing it nicely back and forth. That's a good, nice little fake there. Pirate attacker lets it roll out as it was kind of tipped away by a Eagles foot. Christian Parada doing well defending, and it's kind of a rough play over there. But no call, and it's going to be Pirates throwing as Levi stops the play and kicks it back out. We've got 45 seconds left here in this half. Big throw with a big cross that is stopped by a defender. Levi kicks it out. There's number 17 who tries to kick it up, but it is passed right to Pirate. Christian Parada attempts to clear it, but it goes backwards. Levi Anderson having to kind of clean up. And it's going to be a throw-in, it appears, for the Pirates as they're trying to squeeze in, maybe get ahead in the last 20 seconds here. It's a big throw. Eagles respond nicely, though, and kind of clear it out, just wanting to not go into the second half down.
Well, speaking as they have just about 5 seconds, I don't think they're going to be scoring here. Unless you're 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's a bust. All right, that's the first half here. Kind of a interesting half. The Eagles controlled for the first about 5 minutes, and then the rest, about 30 minutes, was dominated by the Pirates. But really, they only scored the 1 goal, and the Eagles were able to keep their defense kind of in check enough to keep it close, and the Eagles have that one moment of greatness to make it 1-1, and we are tied. But before we leave you here for a quick break, we'd like to thank North Nation Media. All of our North Nation games are live streamed to northnationmedia.com. Channel 1, tell your friends and relatives all over the country to watch northnationmedia.com, and you can hear beautiful insight from me and Hallie and much more. And if you're into Twitter, follow us at KNet_news for updates and news from every angle.
For sure, we put a lot of work in over here at North Nation Media. So.
And you know what's very important, Hallie?
What?
The parents.
The parents are important.
Yes, the parents, the PTA at Liberty North is the Eagles Club. Get involved with your kids' education today at North Nation with the Eagles Club.
For sure, parents do a lot for us high schoolers, and it's very important that we appreciate them, and especially the Eagle Club that does everything for our school.
And more importantly, Hallie, without our parents, we wouldn't be alive.
We would
also,
not be here.
That's where we're going to leave you here for about 5 minutes here, and we're going to be starting to set the second half of this North Nation Game of the Week. I'm Brent O'Leary, alongside Hallie Hicks. Stay tuned.
Feel smart. That'll be great. Not everybody at once.
Where are you at?
Make sure you stretch before climbing these stairs. It is chilly out. Hey, if you're cold, speaking of which, our friends from DECA are at the concession stand. They want to give you a warm cup of coffee for a fee. You know, you were humping them out there. They got coffee, they got hot cocoa, they got hot dogs. So make your way to the concession stand. Folks, We may have an answer to our question tonight. Who leads the Eagles in goal scorer this season? The answer again is Dylan Casanacaro. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Clay Anderson had the correct answer tonight. Congratulations, Dr. Anderson, Doctor of Trivia tonight. Congratulations, you are our Trivia Time North Nation Liberty North Soccer Trivia Champion tonight. Take a bow, sir. This is your time to shine. Give it up one more time for Dr. Anderson. Trivia genius. Hey folks, we got some sponsors to recognize. Heartland Chevrolet, serving you for all your vehicle needs. Looking to buy or lease a new or used Chevrolet vehicle in Liberty, Missouri? Contact Heartland Chevrolet to schedule a test drive today. Since 1965, McConnell and Associates has been beautifying, restoring, and protecting paved and sport surfaces throughout the Midwest. Whether it's seal coating a large parking lot, repairing or restoring asphalt or concrete, resurfacing a tennis court, or installing a new running track, wherever you walk, park, or play, McConnell and Associates leads the way. Triplet Dentistry. Not only does Dr. Triplet know Liberty as well as anyone, he knows dentistry just as well. Providing Liberty with the finest dental care for 24 years. Make your way to Triplet Dentistry for all your dental needs. Located at 1129 West Kansas Street, Suite C. Bank Liberty is your full-service community bank. Working hard to deliver more than you expect. We offer a full range of financial services for individuals, families, and businesses. Since 1964, Chick-fil-A has been at the home of the original chicken sandwich with 2 pickles on a toasted buttered bun. Providing catering and delicious food for over 50 years. Come on over and grab a bite after the game at Chick-fil-A. CMOS and Son Electric is your hometown expert in installation, repair, and service, providing all your heating and cooling. And don't forget about those electrical needs. Serving the Liberty and Kansas City community for over 60 years. Commerce Bank is a friendly local bank with big bank products and services. Serving our community since 1888. Wow. That's a long time.
Nice, Hunter.
football fans, soccer fans for that matter, folks, there's plenty of time at halftime to get on over to the concession stand for a sweet treat from our good friends at DECA. Miss Hittner, I know Mr. Michael Fuller is working hard on keeping your coffee and cocoa warm and hot for you to purchase at the concession stand. Help a great cause and help you stay warm. Think about it.
All right, so we're going to be getting started here in a minute. We got about 59 seconds left of halftime, so we're going to be kind of showing you some replays of the first half. But before that, Hallie, who do you think has the edge right now going into the second half?
I think Liberty North would have the edge just because they just scored, so I think they're going to try and take that momentum into the second half, and I think the Pirates are kind of getting frustrated with their lack of ability to put another one in the back of the net.
I think the Pirates are going to use that fire to, fuel the jet, and they're going to keep going, and they're going to keep winning. So we have some highlights from the first half.
Not winning.
Mitchell, roll the tape.
They're not winning.
That's a field goal that was.
We're back.
All right, it would appear we only have about 6 seconds before they are summoned back to the benches. As you see, lefty and middle there. They're missing righty.
Where's righty at?
Where's righty?
Oh.
Kiki, are you righty?
Righty's just kind of chilling.
Where's
I
righty?
guess righty wouldn't need to walk out there, yeah.
See a good save right there. Yes, we are welcoming visitors. Come on in. Everybody, Mrs. Higgins is here. Let's give her a big hand. Woo! And she's gone, just like that. Okay. Oh, no, she's still here. Hello, Jennifer. Goodbye.
Huh?
All righty. Eagles have 40
Hello.
minutes, and the Pirates have 40 minutes. If they
Hello.
tie, I'll be sad. The crowd here is ecstatic here. We have a capacity crowd here of about 3,000 or 4,000 people here.
Still not true. Still not true, Brett.
I think it's true. There's about 4,000 people here in the hearts of the millions actually here.
It's just a lie. That one right there.
Eagles are such a majestic creature, Hallie.
I agree. Actually, I would agree.
The bald eagle is one of the most powerful things. It could kill a killer shark. It could kill him.
Is that a fact, or are you pulling that out of thin air?
I'm not pulling it out of thin air. Oh, look. There's our broadcast colleague, Jacob Prather, walking up the stairs here, greeting the thousands in attendance here tonight. I'm sure he's here to cheer on the Eagles, just like I know you guys watching are. You're cheering for the Eagles. None of you are fans of Belton.
I apologize to any Belton fans we might have out there.
We don't. Also,
Okay.
The second half has begun, and the Pirates start off with in control, but the Eagles attacking really well there, and they're going to try to, play better than the Pirates this half.
That would be the goal, I'm sure.
That's funny, Hallie. The goal, and they're trying to score goals here.
It would be.
In soccer. But, generally, what you want here in soccer to score goals, but you also want to be aggressive. You want to talk to people. You want to talk to your teammates, and you want to be aggressive. But above all, be aggressive. Phil Posada there passes the ball up. Good pass there to Brent Maloney. He's playing up this half, it would appear. Oh, and he gets tripped up right back on his feet, and he's getting grabbed and groped by the defender there, number 16. That's Velasquez. He tripped him. Velasquez, that's our boy.
Brent,
We
you
told
need to
him
calm down.
to calm down early in the game. We said we keep an eye on him. That is Velasquez, and he is all over the place. Look at him run away. Look at him run away like a little pansy. All right. Yeah, you need to play the game like a man. All right, you stay there until he gets up, and then you attack him again.
I apologize if his parents are watching.
They're not. They are. They are here in attendance. They're one of the thousands. And good stop there by Michael Wright. Good stop there for the Pirates.
Eagles are starting off this half strong with a nice stop, but that was also, as you said, Brent, that was a nice save.
They really are, Hallie. They have all the momentum. You were correct.
I usually am.
That is a beautiful kick. Sails about 60 yards. And now we're at the 30-yard line. And the defender for the Eagles says, screw it! And gives it to the goalie.
That was a nice kick, nice clear by Noah Jackson there.
Noah Jackson.
The man.
What's his middle name, Hallie?
I couldn't tell you.
Well, that's
I actually
too bad.
think he's told me before, but I'm not sure.
Austin Jones trying to make a push there, but it gets stopped by the Pirates there. Number 7. That's my boy Ike Irvin. I actually don't know Ike, but that's a cool name, so he's my boy there.
That is a nice
And he
name.
says,
I
no,
like
no, Austin, not today. Austin Jones showing some fancy footwork there in midfield. He knows all the eyes are on him tonight here on the Friday Night Lights 24 hours before. So it is Thursday. They are Thursday Night Lights.
You looking forward to Friday, Brent?
I am very much so looking forward to Friday. Got an epic week planned. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'm going to have breakfast, probably lunch, maybe not dinner, and then I will eventually go to sleep on Friday night. Watching El Football with a little apostrophe thingy over the U. But tomorrow we have football with 2 O's and no apostrophe here at the Gary Crossley Activity Sports Complex. You see Ball Boy there. You don't see him, but he's sprinting down there to get another ball. You'll see him here. There he is in the penny. He's like, yeah, wearing the Chiefs jersey. Go Chiefs, by the way. They're 4-0. Also, talking about football, yes, Greg Jones is leading the Eagles to their final home game of the year tomorrow. They are facing Lee Summit, so make sure to come out and support. I'm sure all 4,000 people here in attendance tonight will be in attendance tomorrow as well.
Oh, yes. It's going to be a Pirates corner kick.
In fact, I hear if the ticket sales keep going as well as they are right now, Hallie, they might have to move the game to Arrowhead Stadium.
That is just a lie, Brent. You're lying to the viewers and you're lying to me, which I find disrespectful, and I don't appreciate it.
Hallie.
That's a good kick, but it is over the goal.
I lied, everyone.
As he does.
Lee Summit is next week here, October 12th. Tomorrow, the Friday Night Lights will be taking place at Blue Springs.
It's going to be a goal kick for Noah Jackson down there. Cameron Davis settling out of the air. Trying to kind of force it forward as the Eagles have been trying to do, which every time they try and do that, it doesn't appear to work for them. And
every time you try to force balls, Hallie, it does not work, especially in soccer.
I would agree with that one. That was a nice move by Brenner Maloney over there. Kicks it up to Dylan, who settles it. Able to, and he's taken down. It appears to be a flop in my eyes.
Yes, dude, get up. Okay. I hope he's not actually hurt, because that's a little ridiculous, buddy. Here, let's get a zoom in on the player that's down. Let's pretty zoom in on that if we can. Stoppage in play here as we have our good old buddy Middle. Oh, he's fine now. All of a sudden, right when he's threatening to take out of the game. I'm good, coach. I'm good. No. Yeah, give me a crowd. You hear the roar of these 4,000 fans here at Gary Crossley Activity Complex. Now he's mouthing off to Middle there. He doesn't like it. He says, okay, buddy. Also, we would like to remind you that tonight's game is produced in association with Niles Media Group. Niles Media Specials and media content creation, sports TV productions like this one, Hallie, sales, marketing, and distribution. And all in an effort to enhance the content creation here in the Northland. Liberty Public Schools partnership with Niles Media makes games like the one you're watching today possible and prepares students and their partners for excellence in sports production. Niles Media Group, excellence today, innovation tomorrow, exceptional service most of the time.
All the time. No, most of the time for that one. And we're going to have a Pirates free kick for that one, and it's going to be headed away as the goalie attempted to try and go get it, and they didn't appear to listen as his own defender kind of heads it away from him, which causes him to go down quite hard and not be able to get back up in order to make the second save. So Pirates have a goal and now have the lead. And we've got two of the Eagles player on the line for a sub. It's going to be Cole Hadley and Dylan Posada coming in for the Eagles as we start at the kickoff line for the Eagles ball. Pirates up 2-1.
An open goal, Hallie.
It was an open goal. That's lack of communication there or lack of listening there. Who knows? I'm not sure if Noah called for it. If he didn't, then that would
You know, if these players don't feel butterflies in their stomach now, when they walk out that door at the end of the season, they turn to dragons because they get bigger and they get stronger. And when we use them, those dragons are going to breathe fire.
That is amazingly said, Brian.
Thank you.
That's going to bring me to tears.
That's what I do. I make people cry.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
Generally babies, mostly.
Wow.
Just kidding. Babies love me. Anyways, the Eagles, that's Dustin Knutson. He's going to... Oh, never mind. Yep, kabooey, kablowy. He sends it about a mile. All right. Boom, header. Kick it. Uh-huh. Uses his breasts right there to thrust the ball toward the direction of his teammate.
All right there, Brett. Noah Jackson's going to come kick it out, and we're going to have the Pirates attempting to take the ball, and Dylan Posada is not having it and takes it back, playing it to Brendan Maloney on the left side over here. Brendan's going to play it up to Thomas, who is not able to settle it, and the Pirates take the ball back to number 4. That's Gene Powell.
I'm having a great time tonight, Hallie. How about you?
I'm having a good time. This is, as we predicted, a very interesting game.
We're closing in on 30 minutes here. That's about an episode of Drake and Josh here on Nickelodeon. That's 30 minutes. That's one episode. 2 commercial breaks. And a theme song. That's how long we have in this game.
Noah Jackson coming out, and it's in the back of the goal.
As you see there, another open goal, and Noah Jackson not happy with that as the ball crosses the plane. As the Pirates say, screw it, they're leaving. They're running towards the end of the field. Oh, no, they're just celebrating. Never mind. I thought they gave up. That would have been really easy for the Eagles. You know, they would have had no defenders. They could have just stayed back down at the other end of the goal the whole time and just kept scoring. I don't know. But, you know, that's kind of a downer for the Eagles, you know.
It is. And I'm sure the Eagles are getting pretty frustrated with themselves as they were able to equalize it right before the half and get that 1-1 tie, but now they are struggling here in the second half, and I'm sure the coaches are not pleased with this effort as the Eagles have been struggling, but their record is still better than the Pirates, so I'm sure they're getting a little bit frustrated, feeling that they should have this win.
As a legendary man once said, don't give up. Don't ever give up. You know who said that, Hallie?
I'm sure lots of people have said that.
I did. Just now. I said it. I'm the great man.
Okay. Well, I could have told you that.
But you didn't. Oh, we have another flop. That's Velasquez. Dang it. Get up, Velasquez.
I'm not sure why you have such a vindictive against Velasquez.
He's flopping. He's fine.
Men's soccer does tend to flop. I'll say it.
See, look
and
at
I'll
that.
say
What
it
was the
again.
point of acting like he just got shot if he's already up 5 seconds later? I don't get it.
I mean, anything for the foul.
He just wanted to touch the ball. I was like, I get to kick it. Velasquez gonna find, oh, look at all that energy he didn't have a second ago. Wow.
Gonna be headed away by Levi Anderson as Austin Jones settles it, passes it back to Noah Jackson, who's gonna kick it out of there.
Eagles gonna try to make a push here. They have to score within the next 10 minutes, I'd say.
Well, they've still got 30 minutes, so I say anything can happen as Brendan Maloney's going to play it up the field to Thomas, who's going to try and run on it, but it's stopped by the Pirates defender. And Dylan tries to keep it in, but it goes out. That's going to be a throw-in. Dylan takes it, passes it short to number 16 right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, a soft pretzel reminds me of this game. It's delicious, it's entertaining, and above all, it fills you up with joy. And that's what being here with you, Hallie, Mitchell, our technical director, and Hayden Paulson, our director. It fills me with joy to be around you guys and around these 4,000 fans, kicking and screaming at everybody. And this game, like a soft pretzel, can go in any direction at any moment.
Michael Red's going to throw it out, and it's going to be a nice little kickback by the Pirates attacker back to the defender, who's going to pass it to the midfield, and they're going to attempt to bring it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, bear with us for one moment. Velasquez on the floor again.
Is that even him?
That's Velasquez. Oh, I know. I know Velasquez
I believe
when I
that's
see him.
Smothers.
Is that Smothers?
I'm not sure. I can't read that number this far
That's
away.
Velasquez.
Are you?
That's Velasquez. Lewis, you know, you don't wish harm on a player.
You don't. That'd be wrong.
But as life would play out, the more you flop, the more it increases your chance of getting hurt. Now, I'm just kidding. Luis Velasquez is probably my best friend in the whole entire world, and I do wish him a speedy recovery if he cannot continue in this game.
Here's our Liberty North trainer. Is going to take a look at it. Appears to be.
This moment reminds me of a cheeseburger, Hallie.
I love cheeseburgers, Brent.
I love cheeseburgers
So I
too.
wouldn't compare this moment.
It's delicious. It's entertaining, but sometimes it might be a little raw, undercooked, and you're just not ready for it. Just like Velasquez wasn't ready for this fall. Ladies and gentlemen, this moment in this game reminds me of a
That's number 16, so it wasn't Velasquez, as I said. That is Ethan Stauffer.
That's totally Velasquez, Hallie. I don't know what you're talking about.
Brent, you're going to confuse the viewers, which is not what we want. So don't listen to Brent. Always listen to me. That's a motto I like to live by. And it looks
That is
like
correct. If I look
Stauffer
on
is
the
going
roster
to be
here, it is
walked
Ethan
out.
Stauffer.
Like I
he's
said,
able to
again.
leave under his own powers. That's always a good sign. We don't want to wish harm on any player.
No, for sure.
The moment in this game reminds me of a deep-fried mozzarella stick. They're
I'm not
delicious
sure.
and they're satisfying.
Are you hungry, Brent? Because you're thinking a lot about food right now.
No, it's just when you have a deep-fried mozzarella stick, it's satisfying to see, and it's a good thing to see.
Is it?
In your lap, yes. Just like it's a good thing to see Stauffer here walk out in his own power.
We're about to start play, I believe. All the players are going to set up.
What a great word choice, Hallie. Believe. I believe in the Eagles tonight.
Well, I'm not sure, Brent. The Pirates, are leading by 2, so.
And I believe in the Eagles tonight.
All right. We'll see. Play's going to return here. Eagles are going to try and keep it down there, but unfortunately not able to. Dustin Knudsen kind of spins around, passes it back to Christian Barada, who slides tackle. Kind of seems like he didn't really have to do that, but good for him. That was a nice
Must have had some fun dip before the game. See some fans having some fun with us here as they appear to be throwing some food at our So I'm just going to sit down and stop talking. At least for a minute here.
All right. Here's the Pirates have a free kick. They're going to kick it down, and Dustin Knudsen is going to easily head that away. It's going to be Dylan Posada who takes it from there and dribbling up the field, passes it over to Jackson Bodenson, running down the line, but is not able to get it before it rolls out of bounds.
ladies and gentlemen. Never mind. Just kidding. I'm here with you always. All night I'll be here, even after the game. Stay for the post-game show. It's going to be about 4 hours long here. We're going to continue the stream here on NorthNationMedia.com, Channel 1. Thank you for tuning in. As my goodness, the Pirates are looking like fried potatoes here. A header. And then a kick. Ooh, tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. He just elbowed the crap out of that ball.
That was a shoulder ramp, but a good try. It's going to be Brennan Maloney using his foot skills to get around, and his own player seems to kick it right out from under him.
Good thing Brenner was a ballerina from the time he was 6 to age 9. So he was able to jump over that ball with ease.
He did, and just hop right over it.
As a side note, everybody, I have no information on whether Brenner was a ballerina from 6 to 9 or not. I was.
It's going to be a little bit of kick around, and there's an open player, Brennan Maloney, on the left side. My apologies. And it's going to be block number 22. He's going to cross it in. Austin Jones tries to hit it in, but it is just wide to the left, and it's not going to be any goals for the Eagles right there.
That's right. Normally when the ball is headed about a foot wide of the goal, it tends to miss the net.
It does. It does tend to do that. Going to be Michael Wright taking another goal kick for the Pirates here.
Michael Wright been playing a very impressive game so far.
He has been doing pretty well.
Except for that one time the Eagles scored on him.
That probably wasn't his best moment. It's going to be headed down by Cameron Davison.
Under a half hour left in this game. The Eagles have to start making some progress here. They have to keep the pressure on the Pirates and then wait for them to fold, which they inevitably will. And they have an open goal shot. And then they can, keep inching their way back in this game.
Big throw by Brennan Malone as Dylan tries to head it a little bit further, but is unable to, and the Pirates are going to take it.
Brennan Maloney all over the place this half. Really my MVP for the Eagles so far, even though they are down right now. They've gave up 2 quick goals, but Brenner's all over the place. He's up in the front, he's in the mid, he's in the back, he's everywhere.
He is doing spectacular, I would agree. Pirates are looking for another goal to put them even further ahead from the Eagles. Kind of passing it around, not forcing it, which is always good. That's going to be Gene Powell trying to get that cross header. Nicely executed, but is wide of the goal.
Losing, and that's never something you want to see, but regardless of the scoreboard, Hallie, you're going to be successful because you put in the time, all the effort, all the hard work, and you know it's going to pay off.
I would agree.
Except for the which cases when you lose. In those cases, it doesn't quite pay off the way you would hope. But the Eagles are going to come back in this game. I have a feeling, Allie, here in about 13 and a half seconds, the Eagles are going to score a goal here. Watch this.
Well, my coach always said that losing actually teaches you more than winning. So if you're able to learn something from your loss, then I would say it's also a victory in its own sort of way.
That was kind of a downer, Hallie.
I disagree. That was kind of a silver lining, Brent.
You're right.
I know. Again, as usual.
Where did you get your journalism degree, Hallie?
Liberty North by Jennifer Higgins. Shout out to Higgs.
I was taught the Jeff Nold way. And about halfway through my teachings, I was suggested to move to the Jennifer Higgins way. And it's kind of a rough transition right now, but I'm getting there.
I mean, not everyone are prepared for Higgs. It's going to be Noah Jackson with a comfortable save. He's going to wait for his team to get ready, get set, and he's going to kick it. Hopefully one of his players will go to it, and it's going to be Damien who's going to try to, appears to be held back there, but no call.
Hallie,
actually, never mind. There was definitely a call.
The last 5 seconds of this game reminds me of a soft-baked chocolate chip cookie.
I love a good cookie.
He punted the ball, and it was soft. He didn't hit it about as far as he wanted to, and it came down on nobody. Nobody touched it, and just like that, it was a dead ball, just like a chocolate chip cookie.
Eagles trying to keep it down in the goal box for a goal. Gonna be Damian attempting to kick it, but no luck there. And then the Pirates are gonna try and clear it out and hopefully maybe get an attack. But Dustin Knudsen comfortably settles it down, passes it to Christian Parada, who's gonna clear it up there and attempt to get it back on the other side. But it's not gonna happen for them.
Eagles finally putting some pressure on the Pirates. Seems like the first time really all half that they've had consistent pressure on them.
Brendan Maloney's going to let that roll out for an Eagles throw-in. Throws it up to Dylan Posada, who's going to settle it down. He's going to try and turn, possibly. He's going to pass it through him. And there's a little bit of a miscommunication as kind of both of them were looking at each other, expecting the other one to kick it, and neither of them did. So Pirates are able to get it out of there. Nice play up to...
It was kind of a disappointing end to that possession there by the Eagles. They had the ball on their side of the field there for a while, and it seemed like they could finally work something out of that, but kind of that miscommunication there kind of cost the Eagles right there.
For sure, communication is a big part of the game.
Communication is also a very big word, Hallie, as I will attempt to spell it right here for you guys. C-O-M-M-U-N-I-cation. That's how you spell communication. And that's the name of the game here at soccer. Or football, however you'd like to say it.
Brent, what's your opinion? Would you rather it be called soccer or football? Or football, as actually other people just call it.
Well, I'm a classic fella. It was football first.
True.
Before American football took over, so I think American football, is the Eagles are going to have a free kick. This is a big moment in this half. The Eagles have to score on this, mark my words. Anyways, I think football ripped off football, so I think it should technically be called football here.
I would agree with that.
Dylan Posada with the open goal opportunity. He asked for his distance, and the ref gave it to him. So let's see if the Eagles can capitalize here.
Eagles also might be doing kind of a fake kick, and nope, Dylan Posada's going to take it and comfortably score. That's got to be a great feeling.
By the Eagles.
For sure. That's great for the Eagles, and two of our key players, both of them now have one goal, as Cameron Davison had that first one, and now Dylan Posada with the second. As you can see, these key players really do affect the game here for the Eagles. That's a beautiful thing, Hallie. I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. I might have been given a bad break, but I've got an awful lot to live for now because the Eagles have all the momentum. What a goal. That was truly great, not too fast-paced, just kind of excellently placed. There's not a lot of speed needed whenever you get such placement like that. My coach always told me placement over power.
And that was definitely the case, as Michael Wright had no chance of that. He was completely fooled. The Eagles had some great footwork and movement on just players that you didn't even see. It appeared as they weren't even part of the play, but believe me, they had a huge part in that. And great stop by Michael Wright there, keeping this a 1-0 deficit.
Eagles were trying to get a back-to-back goal right there and not able to do that thanks to Michael Wright.
That stop reminds me of a hard-cooked steak. Delicious and absolutely phenomenal.
I do enjoy that as well, Brent.
What's your favorite steak place, Hallie?
Oh, actually, a few years ago, me and my mom went over to my brother's best friend's parents' house, and because my parents and his best friend's parents were good friends, and his dad made us steaks, and it was probably the best steak I've ever had.
Well, I'm going to be buying the whole team steaks tonight if they can come back and beat the Pirates here. That's some good D by the Eagles, and they're going to try to send it back upfield now. LOL. This game is great.
Dylan trying to put some pressure, hopefully get it on the other side, but is unable to do so.
Dylan's still riding the high of that goal, guarantee it.
It's going to be Bernard Barlona who's able to stick the ball and keep it, but the defender against him does it right back to him. And
Jackson Boderson bodies him out of bounds. Attaboy, Bodie!
Wow, that was aggressive.
Bodie's the man.
Bodie is the man. Great dude right there.
Wants to throw in. Dustin Knudsen is the first man there, and he's going to challenge him one-on-one, and he's going to lose because Dustin's a great defender. Yeah.
That's actually blocked by Christian Parada, but Dustin, my bad, definitely had some pressure put on him. And it's going to be, unfortunately for the Eagles, a corner, which can be always nerve-wracking for the whole defender, whole team, and especially the goalie.
And if you noticed, my wonderful prediction of this game, being a phenomenal sports broadcaster myself, I told you that within 10 minutes the Eagles needed to score, and they did. So they now have under 20 minutes here to score 2 goals. And I think they need to get this third one to tie up the game within the next 10 minutes to leave themselves a good amount of time.
It's a good block by the defenders of the Eagles. But yeah, I mean, whatever works, works for them. If they have to go every 10 minutes, although I would say it's not the most efficient, but it does work.
Certainly works. My mom is an awful cook. But every Thanksgiving, she finds a way to cook.
All right, Brent.
She finds a way.
Folks, while we have a little break in the action, I am currently enjoying.
She finds a way to cook the best meal that she can.
All right, that's going to be
Found a
taken
way.
away.
My point is, it was inefficient, but it worked. Just like the Eagles just did. It's inefficient, but it's working, and they're going to come back in this game and they're going to win. That's the point I'm trying to make to you here right now.
I believe the correct use of the word is not inefficient, it's inefficient.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Number 22 is going to try and keep it down there.
analogies are the name of the game, folks.
I agree.
You don't like it?
Sorry.
Too bad.
Nope.
Posada gets knocked down, but number 9, Luis Velasquez, he helps him right back up. She's trying to fool us into thinking he's a good sport. Just kidding, he really is. He's a good guy. Playing his heart out here tonight for the Pirates. Brenner Maloney, good shot on goal, just misses. Phenomenal kick by Brenner Maloney.
There's nothing
Great
more
attempt.
frustrating than that. But it was a great kick. Nothing you can do about that one.
Probably missed the goal, the back of the net by about 6 inches. Frustrating, but good break for the Pirates.
For sure.
You know what would be interesting, Hallie?
What?
Soccer with hands. No feet allowed.
I think
You
that
have
would
to
be
run
football.
around doing handstands.
That's actually, oh, I can't remember what that game's called. I think it's called handball, actually.
Well, you can play handball at Crowley Furniture because Crowley Furniture is
We
a
do
proud
not
supporter
support that, no.
of today's North Nation Sports Network broadcast. We appreciate your support, the Crowleys, and make sure you visit the showroom here in Liberty. They've done so much for the community over the past 30, 40, 50 years. It's insane. The Crowleys, thank you for everything.
For sure. And it's going to be an Eagles throw-in, and it's kind of shouldered away by the Pirates, and the middle ref kind of waits for the last second there to kind of run out of the way as 2 players were coming fast at him with flying feet in the air. He's going to call a foul on the Eagles, and it's going to be a Pirates kick.
You know, I feel like if one of the players on the Eagles or Pirates had the ability to fly, it would make it kind of an advantage for them.
I think flying would make everything an advantage, don't you?
Well, just about.
Yeah.
Eagles trying to get the ball back on their half of the field, try to keep the pressure on the Pirates, which led to their success about 10 minutes ago. As we are closing in on 15 minutes left of this game, the Eagles still not out of reach.
That was a good ball. Unfortunately, Brenner could not get his foot on it in order to attempt to put it back in the net.
You know who can put their foot on it and can have a great time doing it? Hawthorn Bank. We'd like to thank tonight's sponsor, Hawthorn Bank. Hawthorn Bank has been serving the Liberty and Northland area for over 150 years and specializes in personal finances, small business loans, corporate banking, and overall providing great banking service for their 24 locations in over 15 Missouri communities. Hawthorn Bank is a proud sponsor of the North Nation Sports Network and the Liberty Public School District. Hawthorn Bank with you every step.
Big thanks to Hawthorn Bank. It's going to be Cameron Davis with a fake hit and then a real hit that's blocked. Damian's going to kick in. It's going to go over to Peters, and it does. Jackson Bodison going back in for the Eagles, and Thomas Theo I can't say that, sorry, buddy, but he's going to be coming out. Michael Wright with a kick. Backwards header for the Pirates, and it's going to be Cameron Davis passing it up to Dylan Posada. Passes it back to Cameron. He's going to kick it up the line to Bernard Maloney, who's going to try and take it down, maybe for a cross. Oh, and he slips on his own feet. He's on skates, folks. It's going to be kicked out by the Pirates.
It's going to be really hard for him to keep his balance and kick the ball with those skates on, Hallie.
It will for sure.
I'd recommend he change.
I would too. Dylan Posada taking it towards the middle of the field, but has had it taken away and is passed over to number 14, Zach Imhoff.
Zach Imhoff is a soccer player here at Liberty North.
He is. He actually had a brother who also played soccer about 3 or 4 years ago named Sam.
Hallie, that's called a second-generation Eagle soccer player. That is called a dynasty.
Well, Imhoffs are certainly living a dynasty here tonight. It's going to be Michael Wright with a goal kick.
I love Zach.
He's a funny guy.
I can't lie to you. I've never talked to him before.
Well,
Seems like a nice fella.
Yeah.
We had Spanish 2 together. We sat across the room. Boom! Headbutt by Dustin Knutson. Nobody can out-headbutt Dustin Knutson. He's the tallest guy on the field. Got those great athletic genes. Everybody in his family, phenomenal athletes. So definitely a good part of this team as he's been playing great defense all night.
Going to be Christian Barada kicking it up to attempt to go to Bodie, but he's not able to get it and then does and kicks it right at the defender, sadly. It's going to be Cole Hanley who wins it back. Dylan trying to stay with it, but is not able to. It's going to be Dustin Knutson who
whiffs it, honestly.
Truly. Noah Jackson comes out with a big kick to get it down the field. But the forwards kind of just watch it as the Pirates kind of go for it, which could be one of the leading factors why the Eagles are down right now. But let's see if they can kind of pick it up as we're going into the 12-minute mark here soon. Bodie trying to get it. It's kicked down the field, and Cole Hadley takes it, kicks it, and it is out. Hadley coming up. Oh, no, that's Brian Maloney, whose knee kicks it, hits it out, and it's going to be Pirates throwing again.
Remember, there are no real winners or losers here in this game, except for the team that has fewer points, in which case they are losers.
I wouldn't say they're losers, but they did lose the game. But as I said earlier, losing actually provides a knowledge as to what you need to work on, which can help you win perhaps a more important game down the line. So that's winning something at least. So you always win something and have some sort of success. And it's going to be across from the, wow, that's going to be across from the Pirates with a bite kick from the far Pirate over there.
Wow.
But unfortunately, it leads to nothing as number 10 is down. Brian Maloney is going to pass it over to Dylan Posada, who's able to fake out the other guy. That was a great ball handling by him. He's going to continue taking it down, and there's a fly tackle from behind, and that is a foul for sure as his ankle is taken out. And you cannot slide from behind, and that is a yellow card, so that is correct call by the ref. I would agree. That's good reffing right there.
Posada being a real man and getting right back up after he's knocked down. I appreciate that, man.
For sure.
Another great scoring opportunity for the Eagles. Can they capitalize? And if they do score within the next minute and 30 seconds, everybody watching this game will win a free Quick Trip gift card. I'm just kidding. But it will mean that I am correct once again in saying that they needed to score in that 10-minute mark to stay in the game. And they need to score within the next minute and a half here. And they have a great opportunity coming up here. Let's see if they can use that deception that they used last time.
For sure, it's going to be Cameron Davis taking the free kick, and we've got Gabe Lentz on the line here coming in for sub soon whenever he's able to, and it's going to be Cameron taking it right now. The Eagles all running up, and it's almost just barely missed by Dylan's head, and unfortunately not going in as the Pirates are able to block it out. Bernard Maloney running up and kicking it to the side, unfortunately not able to get to it, and it's going to be Pirates.
Hello!
Oh, but Dylan with a great play as he defends it.
Eagles still somehow in possession. Great job here, keeping the pressure on the Pirates.
For sure, for sure. Cole Hadley with it. Passes back to Bernard Maloney. Bernard Maloney is trying to kind of, it appears, tame the situation, but then has a missed chip. Dylan Posada not pleased with how this is going as he appears to slouch over in frustration, but the Eagles are able to get control back and just kind of chill with it. It's pass attempted over to Zach Imhoff, but it doesn't get there. It's going to be the far side. It's going to kick it up, and it is nothing there. A corner and a goal for the Eagles.
They did it as they approached the 10-minute mark.
I believe that's number 10, Jackson Bodinson. Bodie, my man, gets a goal right there.
Bodie could clearly hear my words of wisdom. I said score within the next 10 minutes. They have done it twice. They now have 10 minutes to score one more goal. They're in control of the game because they're listening to me. I know what I'm saying.
Was wrong, actually. It is Dustin Knudsen, which was your guy from the very beginning. So, what a goal by Dustin.
I called Dustin. What a great guy. I told him he has the athleticism to do anything, to play any position. And I said they needed to score twice. And we have a replay here. We're going to show Dustin here with the goal. Let's go to it right now. You see the corner kick there by
Cameron Davis.
And a perfect header by Dustin. And he's hyped. Look at him. He's like, yeah. See, look, look, Dustin's like, you know, talk to me. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I scored the goal, not you. There we go. Back to the game here. The Eagles now under 10 minutes left, and they must score here. Great job. They kept the pressure, like I said.
For sure. That was a great
they're
equalizer.
Still on pace to score another goal.
Brent, you have been predicting this from the get-go. I'm very impressed.
Just like I was predicting how great this game would be, I was predicting how great life would be.
For sure.
I was going to make another food reference, but I understand the fact that some of you watching might not appreciate the food references. Just like I don't appreciate spicy foods.
You don't like spicy food?
It's okay. Oh, we have a flop there by Velasquez. Of course it's Velasquez. And the Eagles are going to try to race to the ball. It's Posada, and he won't get there in time as they're calling for Pirates ball. And the Pirates are going to hustle. As this game is winding down now, 8 minutes and 35-ish seconds. No team wants to leave with the tie here. If it is a tie, it'll be the Eagles' first tie of the year, and it'll be the second tie in as many games.
Actually, I believe it's a conference game, so I don't think they can end in a tie.
Well, you know, actually, Hallie, that's a cool rule.
Never mind, this is not a conference game.
See, Hallie, maybe you should be listening to me because I told them
well,
they were
our
going to
director actually told us this was a conference game, so I thought it was. And it's going to be Dylan Stout who's called offsides, and it's going to be a promising goal opportunity for the Eagles, but it's taken away.
Darn righty. I'm chewing.
We got subs coming in. We got number 13, Thomas, and number 5, Austin Jones. 10 coming out for Jackson Bodinson, and 14, Zach Imhoff.
Hey, did we go to overtime if he stays tied?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have about 6 minutes now. Just under 6 minutes. Just under 7 minutes, excuse me. I don't know how to read time. But the Eagles have had the momentum this entire first half. I could say with confidence in there. I have without a doubt that they can accomplish this.
Unless we score soon.
It's going to be a comfortable save by Michael Wright.
And coming up here in about 6 minutes after the game, we're going to have a post-game show with me, Hallie Hicks, and Mitchell Nath. He's going to give us some insight on the game and how he thought it went.
I'm not sure if we're going to have that last person, but it will sure be me and Brent. It's going to be
Jack, can we sing a song, bro?
In this game, as it's getting...
Pirates not pleased about that one. They want a foul and they got it. Not sure how that was won, but you get what you want, I guess.
And as this game winds down, it's getting more and more intense by the second. We want to know your thoughts. Tweet us at knet_news on Twitter, or leave a comment down in the comment section talking about your thoughts on the game, and we can talk about it here on the show and see if the Eagles or Pirates can pull a miracle off here. Wow. You know, I have full faith in the Eagles here, as they have just under 6 minutes here. As the Pirates here play some pretty good defense there, trying to get the ball back under their half of the field. Ref kind of got in the way of that, as the Eagles are still fighting for possession. Cameron Davis doing a great job, but he eventually loses the 3-on-1 battle. Oh, that was clean. That looked good.
To be that number 4 right there, Gene Powell kind of took that advantage of just kind of a nice shoulder-on-shoulder play, just kind of a clean, kind of rough play there, and just kind of took advantage of it and just kind of flopped out of the way, if you ask me.
Christian Parada with the push, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him here in a second, as the Pirates are now threatening the Eagles here.
It's going to be a free kick
in there, and
Noah
straight
comes
into
out.
the arms of Noah Jackson.
What a great save. What a good call on coming out on that.
Noah Jackson.
It's a nice kick from him as he kicks it towards Brett Maloney, who tries to run up and get it. And he is able to win it back after the initial settle. And Dylan Posada is going to be running with it. Plays it over to Thomas, who is kind of held back at the jersey, it appears. And Austin Jones has it. And now it's a little bit of a fight and kicked out. And then just kicked out. Oh, and the goalie attempts to keep it in play. Not sure why he did that with a slide, but it's going to be an Eagles ball. I would be very upset if I was that goalie's defenders asking, what are you doing?
Well, it looks like he was just kind of going with what he thought was right.
Well, it was wrong.
It was wrong. I agree. And it's going to come back to haunt them, as the Eagles have just under 4 minutes here, and they're going to go for the win here. Stand up with me, Hallie.
All right.
Gut check time for the Eagles.
And it's not a corner, it's just a throw-in. It's going to be Dylan thrown to Cameron, best back to Dylan, who's going to take it towards the middle.
Should have been a better teammate and passed the ball. It's basically 4-on-1, and the Pirates would inevitably take over. Good D right there. Dustin Knutson fighting for it. Good job right there.
That was not Dustin. That's a shove who kind of gets pushed over. That was, in fact, number 22, Damian Theoratis.
What a great name.
For sure. I'm sorry if I butchered it, which I know I did. It's going to be an Eagles throw-in on the far side. It's thrown up to one of the attackers. Now crossed over to Cameron Davis, who's got an open shot, takes it, and it's wide to the right.
Kind of pulled his foot, and kind of like when you too early on a fastball and you pull it down the foul line on third base. That's what he did there, but with, you know, a kick and a soccer ball.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but
it was a baseball reference, Hallie.
I don't know baseball.
It's the national pastime.
It's the national boringest game.
Wow.
I'll say it and I'll say it again.
It kind of hurts me that you said that.
Right? You knew I didn't like baseball.
It doesn't
But
matter.
we're not watching baseball. We're watching soccer.
That's
the
right.
best
We're
sport.
watching football.
The most popular sport worldwide, actually.
That is a correct statement.
I know.
It's a way bigger deal in the UK, and it's taken a whole lot seriously. But we take it seriously here at Liberty North, as the Eagles have just about 2 minutes left to score a goal.
That's a nice ball from Jackson Bodison, but it is unfortunately taken out of the air by the Pirates before Dylan Posada could get anything on it. It's going to be a Eagles throw-in as we are approaching just a little over 2 minutes right now. Big throw, and it's headed away. Pirates looking for maybe to get their chance to get ahead, but Christian Parada is not going to have it. That is not Christian Parada. That is Dustin, actually. My bad. Is that even Dustin?
No, Dustin's number
Sure
21.
isn't. It's Sean McCarthy. McCarthy kind of misses it, kind of didn't know what to do there, and
That
kind
was
of
out of
took
bounds.
too
Good
long.
call by the ref. Line ref, good call there. That was really close play, but it did appear that the ball crossed the plane of the out of bounds line. That's the yellow line right there on the side.
For sure. Approaching just under 1.5 minutes left of the game. Both teams trying to get their last chance in. The Pirates are trying to take advantage of one of their last chances, and the Eagles are just going to shut it down as Dylan Posada is going to try and run up with the ball. Quickly kicked away by the Pirates defender, however. Dylan Posada is going to want to throw it, but Jackson Bonison says, I'm throwing it too bad.
We just passed 1 minute and 9 seconds. 1 minute and 9 seconds, that is the equivalent to 69 seconds, and that proves to you that it is gut check time for the Eagles, and they must score a goal here within the next minute. As the clock winds down now, 50 seconds left in the game. Eagles have the ball where they want it to be. They have the momentum. They have the equal opportunity.
Pirates are going to try and take it out of there, but Eagles are going to try and keep it in, and Bernard Maloney tries to get a nice cross, but nobody's there to finish it, however.
It almost seemed kind of a desperate move there by Bernard, almost as if to just kick the ball and hope one of his teammates headbutts it.
I think every play from now on is going to be trying to be a desperate play, as each team are trying to get the upper hand as the game is approaching its end.
Neither team in a good position here.
Jackson Bonison trying to keep it down there, but is unable to, and it's going to be called a foul or offside. Offsides, I believe.
There's 10 seconds now. 9, 8, 7. You can see the score, and that'll just about do it as they kick it out of bounds.
Pirates are trying to run up, however, and it's not going to do any good. And we've reached the end of regulation, I believe. Maybe the end of the game. I don't know. As Maxwell just told us, we're going into overtime, so that is the end of regulation.
What started as a kind of a rough half for the Eagles, falling 2 quick goals there, which really cost the Eagles, really, because they ended up playing some of the best soccer we've seen in the whole game, scoring those 2 goals every 10 minutes, which is really clutch. They had really great defense, and it kind of made the Pirates implode on themselves. But those early mistakes cost them, Hallie.
For sure, and kind of the Eagles have been kind of just chasing the Pirates the whole time. They started off down when the Pirates got that early goal, and then they were able to equalize it. And then the Pirates took the lead again during the second half with 2 back-to-back goals, and the Eagles were just able to kind of catch up and equalize it. And I wonder what that's going to be like, affecting their mentality going into overtime.
And Hallie, we touched on it earlier, but you play soccer for the girls team, and
I do.
How does the aspect and kind of the feel of the game change when it comes to the end of the regulation, and also how does the post-game work? How does end of regulation work, overtime?
So overtime, I believe what we do for high school is it's golden goal style, and it's 2 10-minute halves. So you start the first 10-minute half, and then golden goal means first team to scores wins. So if you reach the end of the 2-minute 10 halves, then you've gone over 20 minutes, and we're going to go ahead and start PKs after that.
So we're going to be getting ready to start the first of those 2 10-minute halves.
Yes.
Here in a moment.
And since the Eagles have just been chasing the Pirates, I wonder if they are that's gonna affect them, because, as I said, the first team to score gets the dub for the game. So
there's kind of 2 ways you could play this, right, Hallie? You could try to go for the attack and go for the goal quick, or would you do that, or would you try to stick back and have defense, and kind of save yourself for PKs?
Well, that's kind of what you got to decide, which is a good point, Brent. You just kind of got to just try and just play it out. But a lot of teams don't like going to PKs, because that really is just kind of the luck of the draw, honestly. Kind of just they're hard for the goalie, and it's a lot of pressure on the kicker, so it's just kind of hard on both sides, because the kicker is expected kind of to make it, the goalie is expected to not.
And ladies and gentlemen, Niles Media Group is the official sponsor of Overtime Soccer here at Liberty North. And tonight's game is also produced in association with Niles Media Group. Niles Media specializes in media content creation, sports TV productions, sales, marketing, and distribution, all in an effort to enhance the content creation here in the Northland. Liberty Public Schools' partnership with Niles Media makes games, the one you're watching today, possible, and prepares students and their partners for excellence in sports production. Niles Media Group, excellence today, innovation tomorrow, exceptional service always, and your official sponsor for Overtime Soccer.
Well said, Brent, well said.
Thank you. As the capacity crowd of 4,203 is the official number. They're all on their feet, and they are cheering hard for the Eagles. the great Michael Schwalm once said, it's North Nation time.
Can I turn all 3 off? It's okay.
The first of 2 10-minute overtimes. The first to score will automatically end the game, and if they do not score, we'll go to that second overtime, and if they don't score then, it'll be up to PKs.
It will be, Brent. Well said, and that is going to lead us into the start of our first 10-minute half.
And the Eagles are going to start, and they did switch sides again, which could
That's a good
factor
ball.
anything because of the wind.
That's a good ball, but nothing came to it.
Michael Wright says,
That's a good idea coming out from him.
We have a player down now. What a better time to be laid down in overtime.
They have stopped the clock, and I believe the trainer is going to start coming out. Here comes the trainer, running across the field.
Wasting our overtime time. No, they have
No,
stopped the clock.
they've stopped the clock, as I already stated, Brent, but thank you
You
for...
did state that, and I wasn't listening, and I apologize. But the
what's
people
new?
were
What's
listening,
new?
and they now know double time. So thank you very much.
I can't really tell what player that is that's down, but it is an Eagle, I know that. Try and get
As we
that
hope he's
information.
okay. This reminds me that overtime is kind of like a hot plate of hot wings. You never know what you're going to get, but it's mostly going to be delicious.
That's actually a pretty good analogy. I'm proud of you for that one, Brent.
Thank you.
Because it is true and makes me hungry. Player been down for quite a while now. And it looks like that was number 9, Brenner Maloney.
Big loss for the Eagles if he can't continue. He's been a crucial player in this game, playing great defense overall. Had a good couple shots on goal, really putting great pressure on the Pirates.
Appears to be maybe his knee or his ankle. Maybe both.
Looks like he's trying to stay in the game, and it looks like he will, so... Well, trainer's not quite given up yet. Looks like he's going to start jogging off the field under his own power, so that's always a good sign.
As there goes our trainer Snow, who is the best, I might say, as he jogs off with him for further evaluation just to make sure he is able to go back into the game.
You have Art Smith there checking in on Brenner. Hopefully, he might be out for the rest of the game, but it'd be good to see him in again as he is such a crucial player for the Eagles.
I agree for sure with you on that one, Brent. Going to be kind of tossed around there in the middle. Cameron Davis tries to get it back, but Cole Hadley ultimately gets it, passes it back to him. It's going to be Dylan Posada with a run up the side. Look at that speed that he's got on him. He's going to pass it back to Davis, who's passing it to Jones, who strikes it. And it's a good shot, but it's just wide. Not sure if the goalie had a touch on it or not. It appears not, as the ref calls a goal kick. But it appears the middle ref disagrees and said, no, it is a corner. So the Eagles are going to be taking a corner that could be the game ender for the Pirates, but we'll see how it plays out here. Dylan Posada with the ball, Cameron Davis coming on the outside, but it is lost there as they try and kick it back and forth. And now the Pirates have one of their opening shots to kind of end the game here.
As a great genius once said, his name is Ted Maxwell, and he's a PA announcer for us tonight. He came across a great point that, especially for soccer, when you reach overtime, there should be automatic goals that make it much wider, making it harder for the goalie and much more fun for the audience.
I'm not sure if I agree with you on that one, Brian.
Well, you're a goalie, Hallie, so
That is true.
you just think that's a little unfair.
It's going to be a
Great
cross,
stop.
but a good stop by Noah Jackson.
Great job to get it as quickly as possible. Looked like he might have had it other second, but to get it that quickly and to make it so the defense and offense had no other option.
So, something that I've noticed Noah does that he and I share in common is every time he goes to kick the ball, he kind of pulls up his shin guards, which is something I do too, which I didn't know other people did, but it kind of, I at least do it because whenever like I run around or something or take a dive, my shin guards always fall down or get messed up. So Noah and I apparently have that same ritual. He has done that every time and appears to be working for maybe a lucky ritual as they have been able to stay in the game this whole time.
Well, let's keep an eye on Michael Wright and see if he does it for Pirates goalie as well.
Good idea, Brent.
As they just foil that ball away and it stays in bounds.
It's going to be kicked up the line by the Pirates. Christian Parada is going to stay with it, kick it back to Noah Jackson. Noah's going to keep it at his feet for a little bit before kicking it right to a Pirate, however. And there's going to be Damian trying to take it further up the field for the Eagles. Kicks it up to Bodenson, who's going to try and take it for maybe the game-ending goal right here.
That kind of stops his momentum to try to juke out the player and is unsuccessful.
Kicks it over to Damian, however, instead.
Goes for the cross. For
Not there.
Posada, but he was too far back.
Going to be 17 sticking with it and tries to kick it, but the defender just kind of stays there. Oh, and there's a push by the other team as 17 kind of lands on him awkwardly and kind of makes the other team a little bit mad there. I'm surprised there's not kind of a card for White.
Let's take a look at that again. We'll see if we can find out a little more details on what happened there.
Let's see here. So he kind of accidentally kicks him and then is just pushed away by White.
That
White
was a little
have a little temper tantrum from White over there.
I understand maybe the frustration of wanting to win this game and the competitiveness, but that seemed a little unnecessary to me.
For sure. Eagles are trying to keep it down there, but it's going to be a corner for the Eagles.
Great job by Dylan Posada by kicking it off of his fellow competitor.
What? That's not a corner?
I'm not sure how that... The center ref originally called the corner. Oh, I believe it's offsides, maybe? I'm not sure how, considering that's not even where the ball was at. But we're going to go with it anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Wright's going to kick it. Goes up to number 12.
We're back in the possession of the Eagles, who are trying to pick another push towards the goal.
We're approaching just under 5 minutes here left in the first half of overtime.
Eagles trying to put this away as quickly as possible, as are the Pirates. And good, clean, no call there.
Sean McCarthy. It's going to be thrown by number 7 on the white team.
I don't know how Coach Osborne wears sandals. I never could. And it's a cold night out.
It is cold. I'm curious to why he's wearing sandals.
Maybe it's a good luck charm. The Eagles need it. They have all their talent, but they need a little luck right now.
Everybody needs a little luck now and then. Let me pass back to Noah Jackson, who's going to clear it up to Sean McCarthy, who heads it forward.
Coach Osborne and Coach Smith are talking profusely, trying to figure out strategies and stuff to tell his teammates to hopefully get the Eagles the win here.
Let me throw in from the Pirates. Not sure if White... That is definitely off of White. Christian did not touch that, but we're going to have to... Oh, and middle... The center ref agrees with me. People usually do, so it's going to be Levi Anderson taking the throw for the Eagles. We got Brenner Maloney coming in and Sean McCarthy coming out for the Eagles as well.
Good to see Brenner back in the game. He's okay after that ankle injury.
For sure. It's going to be Dylan Posada settling it down. It's going to be passing over to Austin Jones for the run, but unfortunately Austin's not able to get there, but it's kicked out by the Pirates. It's going to be Dylan Posada this time taking the throw and throwing it back to Levi. And it's going to be Cole settling it down back over to Dylan, who's going to take it to the corner, attempt for a cross. Nice cross on the ground. It's so close to Austin Jones' foot, not able to get it, but we almost had a shot. Cameron's going to take the shot, and it is not a good one. Kind of a doozy as Brenner Maloney tries to run up and keep it in and not able to.
Eagles almost seemed kind of hesitant there. Every shot they had, they were just trying to make it too perfect. They should have just got the shot off and see what happens.
The more you kick it, the more opportunities there are for it to end up in the back of the net.
Under 3 minutes now.
Pirates are trying to take advantage of an opportunity they're having. Nice pass, and it's going to be kicked over to the right side where that's a good slide. White a little bit upset by not getting a foul there, but it really was all clean, all ball right there. White's going to end up with it back, however, and it's going to be Dustin Knudsen on the far side trying to block off a cross from happening. White's going to try and do it anyway, and he does, and it's comfortably saved by Noah Jackson.
Noah Jackson going to wait for his team to set up before he throws the ball out. He's going to punt it. Has a big leg. He's going to kick it over 60 yards out to Dylan Posada, who's going to try to make one last push for the goal. Does a good job, wins that battle. He's going to dish it out to Austin Jones, who might have an open shot.
That's a good fake, but it's unfortunately just kind of clipped by the back of the White's foot, and it's going to end up coming back down to the Eagles side.
Very frustrating possession, as you can kind of feel the anxiety that now the Pirates are making a run for it, but Dustin Knudsen is there.
A great goal scoring opportunity right now for the Pirates, and it's got 3 forwards and just 2 defenders, but a good save by Noah Jackson. We're approaching just 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this first half of overtime, folks.
Noah Jackson has been nailed since the first 10 minutes of the second half after giving up those 2 goals. He's not allowed anything by him. He's been an absolute wall. Great to see. A great comeback, and has been a crucial part of the Eagles' comeback to make a tie game.
For sure. We're going to have a corner here for the Pirates. This is going to be a very big opportunity, maybe one of their last to try and end the game before we head into the second half of overtime.
As he kicks this, we are under a minute now in this first overtime. As the field goal is good, but the kick is not.
I believe it's another corner. So, Pirates are getting a chance at a little do-over right here. Once again, could be one of their final attacking opportunities. Let's see how they handle it.
By the time he kicks it, will have brought us under a minute left of this first overtime.
Cross is good. Noah Jackson tries to come out and block it, and it's in, and it's in the back of the net, and that is the game, ladies and gentlemen. The Belton Pirates taking this L, taking this W, and Liberty North are unfortunately defeated.
It kind of ended up being kind of full circle because the Eagles tricked the Pirates goalie earlier with that Posada PK, and it appeared that the Pirates tricked Noah Jackson there at the end with a headbutt, juked him out, thought it was the other way, and the ball was actually on the other side, making it an open goal for the Pirates.
For sure. I think you mean when Posada had that free kick, not PK.
Free kick, that is correct.
Yes. But I agree with you there. That's a unfortunate loss for the Eagles. I could tell they were really trying to keep it and just barely had to keep the score tied for 25 seconds in order to start the second half, but unfortunately not able to do so.
But the big win for the Pirates, as they are now 5-6-1. Big victory. Should be a big momentum booster, but kind of a Debbie Downer for the Eagles. They're going to look to bounce back tomorrow. And we're going to come back to the studio here in a second with our post-game show. All right, thank you very much for joining us on this stream. We had a very impressive game, a lot of energy. Really a big shifts in momentum was the big key here, but the Pirates had it when it mattered. We thought the Pirates needed to come in here with a big win, and that was their mindset, and it certainly worked. The Eagles might have came in thinking a little bit less of the Pirates than they should have, but at the end of the day, the Pirates came out with the upper hand.
They did, as they kind of had it the whole game, always being in the lead, but then the Eagles always managed to catch up. But whenever it's golden goal, first goal to win, or first goal to score takes the W. So that's exactly what Belton Pirates did right here.
That's the price you pay when you can't get the W in regulation. We're going to look back on some important plays here in the game. We're going to talk about them. Here was a missed goal opportunity earlier in the thing, and that was really the name of the game for the Eagles in the second half. Yeah, they scored their 3 goals. As you say, a nice stop there by Noah Jackson, but they could not execute. They had the momentum for most of the second half. See a great stop by the Pirates goalie, who really the MVP of this game, the silent MVP. You see there was a free kick earlier in the game. Great stop by Noah. He had quite a bit of those. And even in the final seconds of this game, at the end of the overtime, he showed some real good plays and never giving up.
For sure. I think the Eagles just lacked communication on this and was just kind of confused a lot of the time. And there's that corner where he kind of bounced around for a while until Noah was able to take control and end up with it. Here's when Brenner was on skates, quite literally, and took out his own self. There's a save by Michael Wright, and there's a nice kick by number 10. And then there's where all kind of the communication was really lost there as the goalie comes out to try and save it, but so does the defender. And there's another one where the goalie just couldn't get a touch on it, seeming upset with that one. And there's a big kick and a nice header that couldn't go in for the Eagles. And here's Dylan's amazing shot, just that incredible placement, not even a lot of pace on that, just the placement was great.
And it would end up being a miscommunication and deception on the count of the Pirates that would be the Eagles' downfall. And that was Dustin Knutz's header goal, which was my highlight of the game. It was definitely the coolest moment. The Eagles tied up the game, and it was just a huge goal for the Eagles.
That's a good save coming out for Noah Jackson as he doesn't let the ball come to him, but he goes to the ball. Here's another attack that they had. And that's a good save by Jackson.
So overall, this game was awesome, and that was the final goal there. The deception caused Noah Jackson to miss the ball, and it was very frustrating, and it was overall just a great game. Frustrating for the Eagles, but great win for the Pirates. Thank you very much for joining us on NorthNationMedia.com, Channel 1. I'm Brent O'Leary.
And I'm Hallie Hicks.
Stay tuned for next time.